You already know what it is. The Kid Man podcast. You already know what the fuck it is. The Toxic Hour, Volume 7. Dunn 100 pulled back up to the green screen. It's about to get spooky. With no further ado, I'm gonna let you have the floor, Glow. It's Toxic.
Woo! Alright, y'all buckle yourselves up for this one, yo. It's gonna be rocky. Story, real life, you know what I'm saying? My life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This shit is gonna take you through some highs, some lows, and even some lower lows. So, before we get into this, let me just go ahead and get a little. This will help open up the memories. Just a little bit. It was springtime and shit, you feel me? Now, this particular female, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say her name. She know exactly who the fuck she is, and she know exactly what the fuck she did to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you can just, you know what it is. If you want to say who you is, that's on you. But I ain't gonna out you like that, you know what I'm saying? But you know exactly what the fuck you did. Long story short, to get to the main part, you know what I'm saying? We worked together or whatever for a little bit. I had a girl at the time, so we ain't talked that. A few years later and shit, we happened to get back in contact with each other. You know what I'm saying? With the Whamski, hung out a few times and shit. That shit didn't really, it ain't pan out how I thought. So I just removed myself from that situation. Me being a dumbass, you know what I'm saying? Being a dumbass, I decided to circle back. Because I guess I felt like I didn't achieve my mission. So I decided to come back because I felt like I had left some unfinished business and shit. You know what I'm saying? We tried around too. Basically, we went out one night to a comedy show and shit. But this would be like our second official date. We went out that night or whatever, and you know what I'm saying? I got the telly, you already know. Get to the telly, we do what we do. We do what grown folks do and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, during this whole situation, though, in the hotel, you know what I'm saying? Boom, condom break. I'm like, I'm trying to reach and get another rubby. Shorty tell me, don't bother. I'm like, hey, are you sure? I mean, I looked her dead in her face. I'm like, yo, are you sure about that? Because I don't just, you know what I'm saying? I don't just be giving this dick out. You know what I'm saying? This dick ain't free. You feel what I'm saying? Drake wasn't out here lying. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay me some shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm fucking around. Boom, we get into whatever, boom, she say, don't use rubber, Did what I did. So, I guess I got her pregnant that night. First time we ever did it, fucked around, and impregnated the shorty. We'll get back to that in a little bit. It's about a month or so. We been messing around, about a month or so. I mean, my daughter was only like coming up on like 3 months at the time. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to focus a lot of my time on my kid, but I'm putting a lot of my time and my energy into this woman and shit. Now she's like, you know, we about to have a family started. So she's saying that, you know what I'm saying, she's moving out of where she was at. She was moving to another part of the town. And she said, why don't you just move in with me? I don't know about the rest of y'all niggas. Moving in with a shorty is just not something that you should just do, especially when you already got your own shit. But I'm also thinking about the fact that we is about to supposedly start this family together. So when she offered me to move in, I just made sure that I kept reiterating and making sure, like, is this what you want? Because I was fine with staying where I was at. And it's like we got plenty of time to figure this out. Like, you know what I'm saying? We still fresh into this relationship, but you want me to move in. And I mean, she kept sort of bringing it up and saying like, yeah, let's just do it. And I'm just like, all right, if that's what you want. Now, me being the smart guy that I am though, fellas, when I moved out, I didn't cut my lights off. I didn't turn my gas off. I mean, I did get the keys back to the landlord and shit, but something just told me, don't. 12 fucking days, y'all. 12 days. This is all that it took for me to understand and know for sure. This ain't where the fuck it's at. This ain't where the fuck you want to be, and this is not who you want to be with. Like once you start living with somebody and you seeing these motherfuckers on a 24-hour basis, shit starts to become very fucking clear real soon. And the first red flag, as soon as I started moving my stuff in, she was gone for most of the day. When she came home and she seen all of my stuff, you know what I'm saying, around. And basically told me all of my stuff was garbage. She told me everything that I brought into the house could go in the garbage. My whole life was moved into that. I knew living with her wasn't about to be easy, but I didn't think it wasn't nothing that we couldn't get past. But clearly within 12 days, it all started to show its true colors. This whole time we've been talking about this baby and everything and us being a family. Now all of a sudden it's switching and she not sure if she want to keep the baby or whatever. And we having these conversations. But at the same time, she's saying that she was told that she wouldn't be able to have any more kids though. So she also looking at it like this is a blessing. I'm thinking like, you know what I'm saying, well, you possibly might not be able to have no more kids. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Bite the bullet and we'll take it as it is and shit. Everything seemed cool until I guess she had made her mind up. She didn't want to keep the baby, yo. That's what really ended up fucking me up though. The craziest shit that happened during this time. One day she asked me like, how would you feel if I about me bringing my friends home? I'm like, they're your fucking friends. You bring your friends home. I mean, like, this is still your house. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, no, but like my male friends. And I'm like, I don't really care. I'm like, so what? And she's like, oh, they might feel weird being here and my dude, da 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 da. Well, if it's a male friend, what the fuck would they have a problem with me for if y'all got nothing going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's fucking flags flying everywhere. I come home from work one day and she got one of her homies there on the couch and shit. I'm like, nah, I feel like she fucking trying me right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I feel like she definitely trying me. Like, motherfuckers is pushing the limits to see how far they can go. You know what I'm saying? My first thoughts are always instantly violent. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. My first thought is to go to violence. But my second thought is to dial it back and let's just observe and see where this shit goes. But I know when it's time to cut the shit, She got this nigga in the house and, you mean, they saying they friends, but the vibe I'm getting is something's happened here before. What the fuck am I in the midst of right now? Cause I ain't about to run no train on my girl with this nigga. Like, cause I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in the living room right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then at the same time, I also felt slightly used because motherfuckers is, you know, wanting to match blunts and shit or whatever, but I don't even think she had no fucking weed. So therefore, it's just me matching this nigga. Shit real weird. That's cool though. I ain't gonna pay it no never mind cause I still slapped the cheeks that night. It's my joint. You feel me? But still very odd, and I feel like she was testing the waters. And that's not the first time that she did that shit though. It would have been back the first time that we was talking. And that's what made me leave out the situation. Cause I felt like she was testing my resolve, and I wasn't about to fuck with that shit though. We're gonna fast forward though a few more days, and things are just changing. We went to my friend's house, you know, and we was chilling and drinking and shit, and this girl was acting a fucking fool. She came there with her two friends, and when they walked in, they changed the whole vibe in the room. And to be honest, we was only drinking, but for me, and I don't know if anybody else could tell, you know what I'm saying, it didn't seem like she was just on liquor that night. And I can't necessarily pinpoint what I thought she was on. So I'm not going to just sit up here and call her no, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to just sit up here and say some shit because I don't know. But I just felt like it wasn't just alcohol that she was lit off that night. But Shorty was geeking. You feel me? Shorty was clearly geeking. She was up. She was up. So, I don't know. And I haven't known her to take pills. So I'm going to just leave it at that. It do snow in Buffalo, but it was summertime, so I don't know. But that's neither here or there. But her behavior was very wild that night. And it only got worse. We got back home, she came back with her friends or whatever, and they was in the kitchen still getting drunk and shit. We was playing a drinking game. I think it was like a drinking Jenga or whatever. And it asked, did you vote for the current president? That was one of the questions or whatever. Did you vote for the current president? And I took my drink. And I was like, so y'all voted for Trump? And they was like, nah, we didn't vote at all three of them. So the fact that these three young black people under the age of 30, I think her friend might have been over 30, is basically saying that they didn't vote and that they don't vote did not sit right in my soul. Like, them ain't the type of people I like to keep myself around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was weird for me. Beyond that, what really had me fucked up too was her friend who was pregnant as fuck, about to drop pregnant, was still smoking. And I don't mean just bogeys. That's your prerogative. I'm not going to judge her off of her friends, but still, that's the circle you keep. You feel me? Fast forward a little bit. That night, actually, we ain't gonna fast forward. That same night, shit was still wild. I tried to go to sleep, and I mean, this girl was in the house acting a fucking fool. She was on the floor laughing hysterically by herself for about 6-7 minutes. I mean, loud, deep belly laugh, screaming and all of that. Like, for like 6-7 minutes, to where also her friends, I believe, was concerned about what the fuck is going on here. She lit right now. And I'm just wondering, where the fuck is this going? Till a few days later, she's telling me she made her appointment for the AB. You know what I'm saying?
For clarity, what is the AB?
Abortion. She went to the clinic. She killed my son. That shit hurt. Like, that shit just hurt. That shit broke me. You know what I'm saying? And then what had really actually did it, and after all this was said and done, it put me in a depression for about a month or so, to be honest with you, still thinking about that shit. Because I had to find a way to move forward past that. I think it was that same day or later that day, it was either like that same day or the next day. She finally, after she came out the anesthesia, I had my daughter over there, and she was holding my baby, and she looked my daughter in the face, and she said, "I killed your brother." So at that point, I decided, like, I'm not sure how I was gonna get through and even move to the next process of what we doing from here now. So I stopped sleeping in the bed with her. I started sleeping on the couch. I would find excuses to not come into the bed. It's like I snore and shit though too. So, you know, she was saying she was sore and all this other stuff. So I was saying I was giving her space and shit. So I stopped sleeping in the bed with her. So boom, I don't go through shorty's phones. That's not something I do. But she did some stupid shit. Just so happened, while I had her phone, a message came through. And anytime you see another nigga's name with emojis in her phone, nigga, it's exactly what the fuck you think it is. It ain't no need for emojis for no regular motherfucker. Alright? Don't nobody put emojis for their motherfucking manager unless it's a devil or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no hearts and heart eyes and shit like that. Manny, whoever the fuck you is. So that night, I came to go get in the bed, and she said, "Yo, what you doing?" I said, "I'm going to sleep." She said, "Not in here." I'm like, whoa, what? We got into a whole argument. That's like the first argument that we actually got, yelling and all that though too. I'm on my phone with my old landlord like, "Yo, I need my keys back. I'm about to catch a case." You feel me? I'm about to catch a motherfucking case. The next day, we ended up getting into it again. She was over there with her friends and she was saying some shit. She actually brought the nigga up. I was like, oh yeah, well, speaking of this motherfucker, who is that? And she wasn't willing to really say, she didn't want to bring that shit forth and shit. So I was like, well, how about you go be with that nigga? And now she's talking about this other nigga as if this is her nigga. You feel me? She's defending this other man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, bitch, you got me fucked up. I ain't your nigga then. I'm like, you clearly a fucking cheater. And she never even denied being, she said, wow, I'm a cheater. That's all she said. Wow, I'm a cheater. I guess I respect it because she didn't just sit up here and try to like lie about it, but you concealed all of this shit. And then the truth comes out that, oh, it's your ex or whatever. Well, what the fuck is you talking to an ex for? It's no reason for you to be talking to your ex at all. You know what I'm saying? About shit. I roasted her ass. I was like, you must think I'm fucking stupid, or if you don't think I'm stupid, you got me all the way fucked up because I don't know what type of nigga you really thought I was. I'm not about to be out here arguing, yelling, beating your ass, choking you or yoking you up. And I feel that's what she wanted. I'm willing to fight for my love, but I'm not willing to fight you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to sit here and put my hands on you to show you that I care for you. That's retarded. Makes no fucking sense at all. That's that toxic shit. And that's that shit that I won't be a part of. 12 days was all it took. And my black ass was right back in my own shit again. Removed shorty from all my shit. And I just called it a day. I haven't spoken a word to her since I moved out. You know what I'm saying? Because shit like that, I don't need a part of my life. I don't need that negativity in my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? I don't need somebody that's going to be draining my motherfucking energy. And that would be my advice to y'all. Take this story that I'm telling you, the shit that I've been through, and catch some of those red flags earlier. Don't make excuses for these motherfuckers, and realize your own worth. Don't stay in shitty ass situations, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, that was my toxic hour. We out.